How long has it been since genetic testing on embryos came about?
It was 2011, 12, I would say 13, it really started to take off. Kind of around the time egg freezing became more elective versus what it was originally created for cancer patients going through chemotherapy or radiation. So that time period saw a lot of advances. But genetic testing kind of advanced very quickly with the technology where you were able to see deeper into the genome, you were able to feel more confident with the result. Now it's kind of stagnant a little bit. I don't really know what the next major advancement will be in terms of genetics. I can tell you that embryo selection has significant improvements in terms of artificial intelligence usage in combination with genetic testing, or avoiding genetic testing and just using AI to select an embryo that might be genetically normal.
Oh, interesting.
So some people believe that if you biopsy the embryo, you can harm it. Other doctors say that's ridiculous. I'm in the camp where we like to genetically test the embryos. Yeah. So I think the advances, even though they've slowed a little bit, the ultimate goal is to improve embryo selection, use the best embryo first, right? And then we're also focusing a lot more on the patients themselves and seeing if we understand what's going on to improve the uterine side of things, so implantation can be more successful.
And do you see, because I'm at the egg retrieval phase where, again, I won't know until if I need to use them, that technology advancing into, like, as far as what we'll know for the follicles or the eggs that we get at that time?
The problem with the eggs, right, they're single cell. So you can't really
know until they're
genetically test them, because then you've damaged the cell completely. There were a few studies back in the day where they were looking at DNA that had been sent out of the cell, right out of the egg, the polar body. And actually what was interesting there was that they found that if it was genetically abnormal, you could still get a normal embryo out of it. So that sort of testing was kind of abandoned. They're trying to qualify the way an egg looks, again, with artificial intelligence, so they can give some information to the patients. But I can tell you that I personally don't think you can predict anything with an egg except that it's mature and that it has the chance to fertilize.
Right.
Yeah.
And then going back, sorry, I was fascinated by all that I'm learning right now in this, even because it's optionality, again, for the future. And I know, I had a family member in Mexico back in the day. She did this 20 years ago and ended up with triplets, given the number that were inserted. All that's shifting too, right?
Yes. So that was a major problem, right? Because deliveries would happen early. Sometimes there would be deficits in the children because, even the NICU didn't have the technology back then to deal with a 29-week, baby. So the ability to select an embryo to give you the same success that you would have if you put 3 or 4 embryos in.
Right. Now you know better. Now you have.
Correct. That. So you still get those high success rates, but then you don't get the complications that you used to get. And to me, that's a huge advancement in the field that's felt downstream. Not just in the IVF field, but OB, pediatricians, neonatal outcomes.
Everything.